Joined by head coach Adam Walsh from Shenandoah University men's basketball. They were picking a tie for 11th in the ODAC men's basketball preseason poll. Coach, last year, first season back in the Winchester area, first season running the Hornets program. Talk a little bit about the differences from year one to year two now that your head just may not be spinning as much.
Yeah, we finally got settled as a family, and that was a big piece for us to get back into the community. We feel good. First recruiting class, I think, just a year under our belts of feeling better, knowing the league. And I still don't feel like I know the league because we haven't played everybody twice yet. So I think that's still a piece that we'll get through this year. We'll learn what travel's like everywhere we go. We'll learn the rest of the intricacies of league play that we haven't experienced yet. And I think once that happens, I'll feel a whole lot more comfortable with the league and everybody that we're coaching against and everywhere we have to travel.
Let's take a look at your team coming into this year. Obviously, last year, first season with you, so they're growing with you. Mm-hmm. You're growing with them, getting to know them. Talk a little bit about what you've seen in early season practice with this squad. Several players back from last year, but several players you have to replace. So tell me what you see.
Replace, yeah. We had 8 seniors last year, so we got a lot of work in front of us for the young guys that we brought in. Right now we have 9 freshmen. We have one who is still playing football, and that's the first time I've ever had that as a college head coach. And we have another one that's coming off the football field that's got to get cleared. And so those are some things that I've never experienced before, and so we're working with that too. I feel really good about our returners right now. I think they have grown a lot over the last year with us. And Chris Chaney's been very impressive in practice, and I would argue he was a top 15 guy in the league last year, especially late in the season. And I think he's definitely put in the work to be in the mix this year as one of the better players in our league. To go along with the other guys we return. You know, Jalen Jarrett played a ton of minutes for us at the point. He's continued to grow. You know, he's working on his game and his leadership. And I think his leadership has taken some steps. And we were missing some leadership last year. And I think as the program builds, as the culture, continues to become what we want it to be in our mold, I think, Jalen has to be a big part of that. And he's learning to embrace that and learning to grow with that.
One of the other things that your program had to deal with last year, and it's kind of unique, is that you played in 2 different facilities.
Yes.
You started one semester in one and then went to a brand new gem in the second semester. Talk a little bit about your new facility and having your first October and now November in that spot.
Last year was very interesting making that move. Obviously we're blessed with a brand new facility. We love it. It's a tremendous facility. That was hard last year, to go just our last 3 home games for us. I think our women had 4. That was a tough move, to do that in the middle of the season. And I think our players felt like we played 3 road games there at the end of the year. And I don't disagree with them. It was really nice, and we had tremendous community support in those games. And I think that's a piece that we're blessed with the new building, that we have the chance to host 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 people a night. And, that kind of support is not everywhere in Division III. And so being able to have that and hopefully seeing those fans come out again, night in and night out this coming season, that's a big deal for our guys, and our returners are already talking about that. And the feel of being in the arena full time is completely different than it was a year ago. And our guys are pumped to be there. That's home now. They're comfortable using the locker room. They're comfortable using the training room and just the setup of the facility. And I think it's a huge blessing for our program to have a new facility, and I hope the experience this year will show that our guys are very appreciative of what we have.
Let's wrap things up here with kind of a view of the ODAC this season. Last year coming in from outside in, you guys experienced it for the first time. Tell me about what you see from the league this year, and if this is the time that we get back to when it was 7-8 years ago when we were getting multiple teams in the NCAA tournament.
I think it's going to be close this year, if not a guarantee. I hope for the league that we get multiple teams this year. I think the competitive balance is there in the league, but the top, there's some really strong teams at the top of the league, and we have some very experienced teams in the league that we're going to have to deal with. We're seeing at least one get some preseason national ranking stuff, and that's very good for our league. We hope it's multiple teams that get that preseason nod, but Roanoke's going to be very tough. Guilford's going to be tough, and then obviously guys that won the league last year, whether it was the tournament or the regular season. We know Randolph-Macon and Emory-Henry are going to be strong, and then who knows? There's a whole group that's right there, right behind them, that I think could be right on the heels and have a chance to be in the mix. it's a tough league, and I think we have to all respect each other and know that there's no given night. You know, every night's a challenge, and that's from somebody that finished near the bottom of the pool last year.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining me today. Good luck this season.
Thank you very much.